So a couple of people asked me my routine for swinging heavy maces. So when I first got my mace, I did what everybody else did, and I swung 100, 200, 300, 500, 1,000 reps or whatever. And that definitely is where you need to be when you first get the mace, to get your technique drilled into you, okay? There's belly slap and the bull horns behind your head. So it's not a proper mace swing unless you're belly slapping, or in my opinion, and the bull horns behind your neck. And that's where you should be working, is when you get a new mace. That's what you should be working at, and you should be banging in hundreds and hundreds of reps with a lighter mace to get that muscle memory. As soon as you start to want to move up and swing heavy maces, it's slightly different. So I will not do no more than 100 reps unless I'm training for a specific competition like the King of Swing. So a heavy day would consist of me starting off on Carnage, 19 kgs, and I'll do 100 reps, and then I'll get the loadable maces out, and then I'll probably start off at 22.5 or 25, and then I'll either add 2.5 or 5 kgs until I can't go no more. So I'd fail trying to do 10 reps, and then I would drop it back down by 2.5 or 5 kgs. So it could be 22.5 at 30, 25 at 30, 27.5 at 30, and then 35, say I can only do 20 at, 37.5 I do 10 at, 40 I do 8 at, say, that day, and then I'll drop back down. So that's a heavy session day. And then I will do a session where I am doing sprints. So I have a minute of sprints, putting the mace down, and then I'll either set the rest period for 5, 3 or 1 minute, and then I shall pick it up and do another minute, and I shall keep going at that sort of like at that, I don't know, 1 minute on, 5 minutes off, 3 minutes off or whatever, until I can't complete a minute with the weight. I will not drop the mace weight. So I started with 30 kgs, I would do a minute, 30 kgs, then say 5 minute rest that time, then 30 kgs, 5 minutes rest, 30 kgs, 5 minutes rest, and as soon as I can't reach the minute is when I will stop that session. And the other session I do is a bit of a Russian ladder set. I'll start off with a set weight, so say 30 kgs again, and I'll do 10, put it down, minutes rest, 2 minutes rest, whatever, 20, put it down, 30, 40, 50, 60, whatever. Then I'll come back down 40, 30, 20, 10. Of course, I'll go up in 10s, come back down in 10s. And when I get to 10, I'll go back up in 10s. So if I did 50 the first round, I'd go up to 40, then come back down to 10. Then I go and do another round where I go up to 30, and then come back down to 10, 20, then come back down to 10. And then that'd be me done. Most of my training is either 30 minutes or 45 minutes, occasionally it's an hour. Auxiliary stuff, I use kettlebells, I will use swings, clean and press and snatch. I'll use Bulgarian bag. I will do reps of Bulgarian bag. I quite like doing a Bulgarian bag kneeling. I find it sort of like works my torso, the parts I need to swing a mace good. I use a Shenna board where I do downward dog to cobra, pausing at each one and coming back up. And I use the strongman sandbag, and what I do with that is I try and get it from the floor to my shoulder in one fell swoop, which I find helps with the launch. What else do I use? I do use dumbbells. I do sort of like traditional Indian sort of swinging with it rather than dumbbell curls, and I do use grip strength stuff, and that would be an auxiliary day. So I do one strength day, I do one sprint day, I do one Russian ladder day, and I do an auxiliary day. So I do 4 times a week. And I have been really bad recently, but I seem to be coming out of it. So I may add another session where I light a mace and go in to say 200 or 300 reps and see how many minutes I can get to get to, I don't know, 400 reps, 500 reps, and someone's doing 10,000 swings in 10 minutes, no, 10 minutes, 10 days. And I think over Christmas, I'm going to give that a go to see just how much this illness has destroyed my fitness. Funny thing is though, I can still swing heavy shit, so that's a plus. So that's all I think you need to know about my training. Basically, keep it fucking simple.